On the one hand, we have White House officials assuring us that Americans are not trapped in Afghanistan. On the other hand, we have Americans who are trapped in Afghanistan telling us that they're trapped in Afghanistan. Really seems like someone's lying here. It can't be White House officials. So shame on all of you Americans trapped in Afghanistan for claiming that you're trapped in Afghanistan. Let's look at an example. CNN reports 24 San Diego students and their families who traveled to Afghanistan this summer are now stranded in the country and unable to get to Kabul's airport, school and congressional spokespeople told CNN. I've read in another article that 6 of those students just got out of Afghanistan. As of this recording, 18 are still there. The 6 families stuck in Afghanistan were there to visit relatives, said Howard Shen, spokesperson for the Cajon Valley Union School District. There is not a whole lot we can do at this point, Shen said. At least we have contact with them. That pretty much sums up the position of our entire government right now. Not a whole lot we can do at this point, but at least we have some contact with some of the people we just abandoned. The school district, which serves between 16,000 and 17,000 students from preschool through 8th grade, is home to a large immigrant and refugee population, mostly from Afghanistan and Iraq. District officials have reached out to U.S. Representative Darrell Issa for help getting the affected families back to the United States. Issa and his staff are aware of the location of several American citizens and are in direct and consistent contact with them, said Jonathan Wilcox, a spokesperson for the representative. They are scared, stranded, and trapped in the Kabul area, Wilcox said in a statement. So far, they've been unable to reach the airport. I know the president and his press secretary have previously said this isn't happening, but that's dead wrong. So, there are Afghan immigrants and refugees in California and in other parts of the U.S. Many of these immigrants and refugees have become U.S. citizens. Many haven't. Their children, if they're born in the United States, are U.S. citizens. Many Afghan families in the U.S. travel to Afghanistan for the summer to see grandma and grandpa. Then they wake up one morning and hear that Afghanistan has been conquered by the Taliban. They try to rush to the airport, but along the way, they're stopped by a Taliban jihadi. They tell the Taliban jihadi, "We're U.S. citizens," or "We're refugees living in the U.S." The Taliban jihadi says, "Oh yeah? You look awfully Afghan to me. Let me see your passport and your papers." They show the Taliban jihadi their passports and their papers and their cell phones. Then the Taliban jihadi tears up their papers, burns their passports, and smashes their cell phones. And they're trapped. I don't know if that's what happened with these California students and their families, but that's been happening. And when reporters ask our leaders about these Americans or refugees trapped in Afghanistan, our leaders insist that it's not happening. You know, when protecting their approval ratings from critics becomes more important to our leaders than protecting American children or the children of refugees from terrorists, I'd say we've got a problem.